I hope you never need this video, but if you do need it, I hope it finds you quickly because right now time is of the essence.
La noche ciega y el dembow pega.
If you wake up after a night out in Medellin, maybe Parque Lleras, maybe El Poblado, maybe Laureles, and something feels off, your phone's gone, your wallet's gone, your cards are probably drained, your memory's patchy, I need you to slow down and focus because what you do in the next 6 hours matters more than what just happened to you. Most guys panic here, and that's how things get worse. First thing, you need to drop the embarrassment. I know exactly where your head goes in this situation. You're replaying the night, you're thinking about how this looks, you're tempted to message everybody you know or put something on social media just to prove you're okay. Don't. Handle all of this privately. Tell some people you trust, your inner circle, family, very, very close friends, etc. Do not tell the internet. Right now, you're not here to explain anything. You're here to regain control. Because if you move wrong in the next few hours, you don't just lose your stuff, you lose time, money, and options, and maybe your health. So let's not do that. First step, and this is very important, you need to report it immediately. You need to get this on record right away. And in Colombia, that means the Policía Nacional de Colombia or the Fiscalía. The Fiscalía, think of the FBI or Interpol. It's the same type of thing. If your Spanish isn't there, don't just guess your way through this. Go to your hotel front desk, call your Airbnb host, talk to your Airbnb host, ask a local to help you file this properly. This is not about getting your stuff back, getting your electronics back. This is about creating documentation. No report means no leverage with banks, no leverage with insurance, and it's going to be much harder to get support from the embassy. Now, here's where people make a huge mistake that can put them in actual physical danger. Step 2, go to a hospital. You need to stop assuming what you were given. Everyone throws around the term scopolamine like it's the only danger out there. It's not. The majority of these cases now involve benzodiazepines, like Klonopin or clonazepam here. And if alcohol or Tusi or cocaine was involved, this is a combination that can suppress your breathing in ways that you won't feel until it's already too late. So this is a very simple thing. You go to a hospital and you get checked. You find out what's in your system. And then most importantly, do what the doctor tells you. Because the treatment for different substances is completely different, and guessing here is how people turn a bad situation into a possibly fatal one. Now, if you're in Poblado, I recommend you go to Clínica del Prado here in Ciudad del Rio. It's right by my house, fantastic place. If you're in Laureles, I recommend that you go to Hospital Pablo, Tobón, Uribe. I owe my life to them specifically. So just get there, don't wait. Because while you're trying to figure out your health, your money may already be moving. So step 3, lock down your money, lock down your finances. Call every bank, cancel every card, and report every transaction you didn't authorize. In the slim case that your passport is gone, contact your embassy, and probably in Bogota in most cases, but contact them immediately, even if it's just to get it on record. I'll put the information for the US Embassy down below, and most other embassies are very easy to find. The problem here is that you're not leaving Colombia without your passport. Look at Tom Hanks' son. He only brought the passport from his daddy's tax haven, and he couldn't get home, even with all of his money and connections. Then, next, you need to contact somebody back home, someone you trust, a family member, a very, very close friend. You may need money sent to you, and if you're doing that without an ID, it is not simple. Again, talk to your hotel, talk to your Airbnb host. They've seen situations like this before. It happens far too frequently here. And they can help you find solutions you wouldn't think of on your own, especially since you're recovering from a sedative. Now, this next step is where people waste time chasing the wrong thing. That's step 4. You need to assume your device is compromised and gone. You need to, unfortunately. Yes, check Find My Device, check Find My iPhone, but understand this clearly. Your almost definitely not getting your phone back or your electronics back. It's just not going to happen. Once it's gone, it's gone. It moves fast. So don't sit there hoping. Shift into control. Assume your device is compromised, because if somebody had access to your unlocked phone, even just for a few minutes, they could have access to your email, your banking apps, saved passwords, social media, 2FA, two-factor authorization. And in very organized situations, which does happen here, the level of access can go deeper than you ever imagine. They may not even need your Face ID for it. So you need to act immediately. From another device, I need you to log into your Apple or Google account. Mark your device as lost. And then this next part is very important, and it's probably going to hurt a little bit to do. But you need to trigger a remote wipe right away. Then change your email password first, because everything revolves around your email. Everything. Two-factor authorization, everything. Next, and very important, contact your cell provider and report your device as stolen. What this will do is this will probably at least turn off the cellular chip. They'll report it stolen, and it's something you're going to need to do anyways. So it's a very important thing next. Then after that, change your banking password online. You probably can do this over the phone with your bank, but if you can't, definitely do this online. Then anything that's tied to your money or identity. Credit cards, yes, your crypto account. If you have crypto, please do it. Your dollar app, your Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, all of it. Change every password. Anything that has any access to money or to your identity, change it immediately. Then the next important thing, enable two-factor authorization for everything. Everything that you can, enable 2FA for it, because it's going to be very important moving forward. Then this next part, something that you probably should do anyways, they'll probably make you do it, log out of all sessions that you can get. Anything you can think of that you have. That's all social media. TikTok, it's Facebook, it's everything, because they will use that to hold you hostage without even having you hostage. So don't let them have anything. Important thing. Your phone does not matter anymore. Your laptop doesn't matter anymore. Your digital identity does, more than you could ever imagine. And this last part is where most guys try to tough it out and end up dragging this out for weeks or months. You need to, step 5, you need to recover properly. Incredibly important. Either way, whatever you were given a hero dose of a very powerful sedative. Your body needs to clear it. You need to get it out of your system. So you need to drink water. You need to eat simple foods, and that's bland foods, unfortunately. You need soup, you need protein, you need vitamins, you need all of this stuff. Not a lot of salt and spice, just a lot of basic nutrition at this point. Next thing is most important, rest. Sorry guys, your party has ended. Follow exactly what your doctor tells you. Don't guess, don't push it, don't go right back out and try to rinse or repeat. Give your body time to stabilize. So, I'm going to be direct with you on this. This situation does not define you, but how you respond to it absolutely does. You don't need to panic, you need a plan, and now you have one. Listen, I love you guys. I know you're scared right now. I know you're ashamed. I know you're angry. I know you feel violated. You can deal with those feelings once you get through all of this. And to be completely honest, I highly recommend you go to therapy after this. It's a very traumatic event. And your mental health is the silent victim here. Don't neglect it, please. It's very important to take care of this. So because of this content, YouTube won't share this video as much as it needs to be. So if you can please like the video, share it with anyone that is coming to Colombia, not just Medellin. And another thing, and very important, this doesn't just apply here. This is now a worldwide issue. It does happen here more. And this video is specific to Medellin, but the lessons and the game plan are universal. If you can, please consider subscribing. I appreciate all of your support. You guys are the best. And I appreciate more than anything, I appreciate you being alive and staying that way. I wish you guys a fast recovery. And like I said, don't let this moment define you. It's scary. It's everything. It's scary. It makes you mad. It makes you feel that intense feeling of feeling dirty and violated. But don't let this moment define you, because it doesn't. It was probably a mistake that was made, and you don't deserve what you're going through right now. So, if you need, and you're here in Medellin, reach out to me. I'm always here, and I'll always be here for you in any case that you need. So take care of yourself. Your health right now is the most important thing. You're not going to get your stuff back. You can go and buy new stuff, but you cannot buy a new life. So please be careful out there. Take care of yourself. Until next time, ciao.